accusing him of committing genocide in Gaza. China has demanded that the International Criminal Court arrest Israeli Prime Minister.
This is the fact about Palestine. They are the grandson of Egypt. They are a people, and they squat in Turkey. But God, Allah, take them and brought them to the Canaan after God given Canaan to Abraham as for his son Jacob, as you can see in QUR'AN nation Palestine. Then after God, Allah, rescued the Israel from the bondage of Egypt, God, Allah, brought them back to Canaan, and commanded the Israelites to exterminate all the people of the countries in Canaan, because if they are all idolaters, which then likes when Muhammad killing those idolaters nations, which must not be done at all by Muhammad, because he is just doing what was written in Old Testament, that Jesus had already amended, and Muhammad knows that, because it is Jesus who called Muhammad and who gave the scripture, QUR'AN. But Muhammad defies Jesus, who was Allah himself, as said we, in QUR'AN. But the Israel, mainly the Judas tribe, failed God, Allah, so as you can see, the Palestine remain in the land of Canaan, which became Israel, so the fact that Palestine must give thanks to Israel. And God, Allah, said to Israel, it will gonna be your problem. And when the Israelites always becoming polytheist and always doing wickedness, so God, Allah, said I will make your land Israel, Canaan, be small, which means, God will never help the Israel if being conquered, so all what God had said to the Israel had occurred. So as was even what God, Allah, had said to Israel, that there will be no king in Israel that will rule it off and occur, as it occurred like as when the Arab countries conquered the Israel and made the whole Canaan, Israel, to be named Palestine, so that is what the Islamic are saying, that the whole Canaan is Palestine's. So God restored the Israel to their own land and regained back the Jerusalem. Never in QUR'AN says the Jerusalem is Palestine's, as there's no Palestine in QUR'AN, but as there's Israelites as king of Jerusalem in Bible, and in Surah 17 verses 4 LTO 6 proves that the Jerusalem is the Israelites. So because of the Arab countries or the Islamic countries, the Palestine now is in wrong belief. Your peoples accusing Israel of genocides is to fight in defense of all nation if their peoples being killed or being bombed at any time or any years the terrorists want, and if they happen to kill those innocent not intentionally or as was forced because the terrorists run to the place where there are civilians is not sure they could also hit them is genocide. Is there's genocide in war? Is that not war? If your enemies are using their nation, and they're allied nations that supplying them armaments, as their leaders even siding on them instead of surrendering them or stopping them. Do you mean, in every time the terrorists will kill or will bomb the Israel will just ignore or leave them because they run into the places where the civilians were? If no nations supporting the terrorists of Palestine and of Lebanon and of Yemen, then they will surrender or will be demolished, then peace on earth will reign. But ask yourselves, how the Islamic Muslims killed the 44 Saif, is it not genocide? Or is it the siege in Maribid that killed dozens of civilians not genocide? Is the war on drug of FPRRD that killed estimated from 12,000 to 30,000 is not genocide? Is the sudden attack of Iran to Israel that killed 29 and injured 3,491 is not genocide? Or how did China commit genocide as their peoples are protesting to their government? But why, if the Israel had killed a numbers of people just because of pursuing the terrorists who killed a numbers of Israelites, to them is genocide? Is it because Israel is God's own nation? So what hypocrisy you are acting for?